And narwhal, the unicorn of the sea. If we said there's a real unicorn, what would you think? If the unicorns we see in legends were real, what would they look like? Probably something like a narwhal. This incredible sea mammal, living in the cold waters of the Arctic, is like the unicorn of the seas, with its long spiral-shaped tusk. But this tusk is not a defense weapon, as you might think. It is actually a very sensitive sensory organ. The species and origins of narwhals. Narwhals are marine mammals belonging to the Monodontidae family. There's only one other species in the same family, the beluga whale. Yes, narwhals are actually close relatives of the adorable belugas, but even more surprising is that their ancestors were land animals 20 million years ago. Yes, you heard that right. Like all modern whales, narwhals' ancestors were four-legged land mammals. Scientists believe these ancestors adapted to the water, gradually losing their legs and evolving into fins, completely adapting to marine life. Narwhals' closest living relatives are hippos. Evolutionarily, hippos and whales separated from a common ancestor about 55 million years ago. So, when you look at a hippo, remember that it's actually a distant relative of the narwhal. What does this strange tusk of narwhals do? First, let's clarify. This long tusk is actually one of the upper canine teeth. It's mostly found in male narwhals and can grow up to 3 meters long. But the interesting part about this tusk is not just its length, but the nerve cells inside it. Scientists have discovered that this tusk can sense the salinity, temperature, and pressure of the water. In other words, it's a natural underwater sensor. Thanks to this sensory tusk, narwhals can detect changes in the ocean. Moreover, some research shows that narwhals communicate by rubbing their tusks together. Where do narwhals live? Narwhals live in the Arctic Ocean, particularly along the coasts of Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Russia. They are accustomed to hunting in icy waters and can dive as deep as 600 meters. In fact, they have been observed diving as deep as 1,500 meters. They spend most of the year under the ice and typically move in small groups. However, sometimes massive herds of thousands of narwhals have been observed gathering together. Narwhals' eating habits. So, what do these fascinating sea creatures eat? Narwhals feed on marine life like fish, squid, and shrimp. However, there's an important difference between them and other whales. Narwhals do not use their tusks to hunt. Yes, you heard that right. They don't use their huge spiral tusks as weapons. Instead, they vacuum their prey into their mouths and swallow it. They literally suck their food into themselves. Narwhals and legends. The strange appearance of narwhals has made them a part of many legends throughout history. In the Middle Ages, Vikings and other traders sold narwhal tusks as unicorn horns. Kings and nobles believed these tusks could neutralize poisons. In fact, goblets made from these tusks were sold for great fortunes in some European palaces. Another interesting event is when Queen Elizabeth purchased a narwhal tusk. The English queen paid a fortune equivalent to a castle in gold for a narwhal tusk in the 1500s because it was believed that these tusks had magical powers. Are narwhals endangered? Today, narwhals are under great threat due to climate change. The ice in the Arctic Ocean is melting faster every year, which is shrinking their habitat. Additionally, commercial fishing and oil exploration activities disrupt their migration routes. Scientists say that narwhals are among the most vulnerable marine mammals on the planet because even small changes in their habitats directly affect their survival. Perhaps one day we'll only see real unicorns in old books and documentaries. What strange creature will we explore in the next episode? If you liked this video and want to learn more about these incredible animals, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we'll explore an incredible creature that can survive even in space. Tardigrades. Get ready because this creature might be immortal.